Different terms for inputs is a very popular gotcha technical interview question. And to explain it, I'm going to bring up some code that we've seen before, where we have a for loop followed by another for loop. And if you'll recall, each of these ran n times. And it was O of 2n, and we dropped the constant and it became O of n. So the trick interview question is that instead of passing this in, we're going to pass it two variables. And the for loops run, the first one is going to run a times, and the second one is going to run b times. Now here is the kind of knee-jerk reaction if you don't know how to do this, is, well, this one is a for loop, and a single for loop is O of n. And this single for loop is O of n, and we're going to add these together, and that becomes O of 2n, and we're going to drop the constant, and this becomes O of n. But that is not correct, because you can't say that A is equal to n and B is equal to n. You can't have both variables be equal to n. Because what if A is 1 and B is 1,000,000? Those are very different for loops. So what you have to do is say the first for loop is O of A, or whatever the variable might be, and the second one is going to be O of B. And when you add these together, O of A plus B is as far as you can simplify this. Similarly, if these were nested for loops, this would become O of A times B. You can't use n, you actually have to use different terms for inputs.